What's up YouTube, this is Rambo and today I'm coming you to a vlog talking about free agency. I'll also be making a few announcements regarding 360 Icons machinima FragCup this weekend, and also a bit of talk about my stream. Recently has been doing very well and I appreciate you guys very much for that, but I'll be talking about that a bit later. For the current time being, let's talk about free agency. So as we all know, Call of Duty is a big game that has a lot of team changes for a lot of multiple reasons. Some of them are right, some of them are wrong. Obviously, not everyone likes team changes. Very few actually really like team changes. So let's talk about how to handle that situation correctly, since I currently find myself in that situation. So first of all, I think there's like 2 or 3 things you have to really make sure you're not doing. So first off, it's being patient, not really just jumping into something right away. Example, I've had a few people come up to me recently, and for the time being, there's not really any point for me getting a team since I can't play in the tournament this weekend, which is FragCup. So if I were to commit to anything right now, it'd be kind of pointless, since you never know what can happen after FragCup. Maybe some players will be dropped from top teams or something like that, and I'll get an offer that I can't refuse. So you never know what can happen at that point. So just saying, like, as an amateur player as well, I was in that situation, and I've picked up a lot of players who were free agents when I was leading my team with Big Timer back in the day. So really understanding patience and not just committing to anything just out of the box. So maybe trying a few scrims with the team that you currently want to join. Trying to get to know the players a bit before you commit to it. So not just getting into it. I feel like that's a big problem in this community, is the fact that skill is too based on the decision. So there's more to skill than a player. There's just more. It's obvious. It's been out there for a while now, and people have to start understanding that a player's skill level is not the only attribute that's going to make him a good team player for your team to have success in the future in tournaments. So getting to know the player is something that you have to do if you're a leader, or if you're a player wanting to join a team, getting to know the players on that team. So like I said, it's not really about just jumping into it. You can prospect, like I could prospect a team. Like at this point, I know I pretty much like know most of the pro players on a personal level, since I've been to so many tournaments and spoken to so much of them and hang out with them, obviously. So in my situation, it's a bit different. If I were to join, like, let's say, example, a top team or something like that, since I know most of them already, but I'm mainly talking about an amateur standpoint at this point. So if you're an amateur and you don't really know the players you're wanting to play it, but you know they're good, just give it a bit of time. Don't jump right into it. You never know. Your personalities could clash, and that would not work out. So you'd pretty much just lose your time trying to join a team that you actually don't really want to join, because you can't really you can't just play on the same level as these players, because they're just not the same type of player you are. They're for any different reasons. Maybe your role isn't the best on the team. Maybe you're just your personality isn't that great for them. They do a lot of joking around. You're more the serious type. So you never really know. So that's why I'm saying patience is one of the big points in doing so. Secondly, prospecting is probably the most important part of free agent, is weighing the options, kind of. So when you're a good player out there and you're a free agent, there's going to be teams that are going to come up to you and want to play with you, obviously. I mean, at this point, in my situation, I've proven being capable winner for a few years now, and I've just been dropped from a team that I haven't lost a tournament last year. So in my situation, I wouldn't doubt seeing a few offers to play with, not necessarily from top teams that are dropping players and such, because that's just not right. But I'm just saying in general, at this point, I'll have free agents, players that aren't on teams currently or after FragCup, for example, come up to me and try and want to start something. So at that point, at this very moment in time, it's very likely I'll be starting my own team, unless I get some sort of offer from a top tier team. That would obviously make things easier for me to just get right back into it. But at this very moment in time, I think all the top teams are probably set for at least a few tournaments, until their performance, obviously, if not, is where it has to be. But yeah, like I said, starting my own team is something that I'll probably have to do. Obviously, there's a few. I mean, team names. Obviously, I would probably bring back IXI, if ever I was to lead a team again. As far maybe, or even, you never know, maybe I'd be repping another organization that wants to get into competitive COD this year, since Call of Duty is going to be a bit bigger. So you never know. At this point, it's like as far as my free agency situation, there's so many different like things that can change day to day, which is why I'm pretty much making this video and telling you guys to be patient when you're a free agent. And I think that's one of the big reasons why there's so many team changes and there's players that team hop, is because they're not patient. They just jump on things. And that honestly needs to change. It's like it's to the point where if you can find players that you're able to play with and that you enjoy playing with and that you feel like you can succeed with, you have no reason in changing teams in the first place. And if ever something doesn't work out, try and do the same thing, even though it's not always easy. Obviously, I'll probably never be able to play with a big timer and a Scumpy and a Merc again. But I'm just saying in general, like there's different type of personalities that can be pretty much come out to the same for you. That can be a successful combination for your team and try and be to the maximum level of your playing capabilities. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little topic. If you have any questions regarding free agency in the chat, if you have any situations that you would like for me to answer, I would be more than glad to answer them for you. Maybe help you guys out a bit, understand certain things about free agency, certain ways of going about things. I know I've answered a lot of those questions in the past with my AM series back in Modern Warfare 3, but let's bring it back a bit. If you guys have any questions, like I said, just comment. Next topic. 360 icons this weekend is the Frag Cup, for those of you who didn't know yet. I'm pretty sure everyone knows by now, since obviously my last video, not my last video, but the one before that was about me getting draw for that tournament. So at this point in time, I will be commentating. I will be casting throughout the weekend. For this weekend, obviously, Fwiz and Hastro will be doing the finals on, I believe it's December 15th, the last day. So actually live from the Machinima office, if I'm not wrong. So at this very moment in time, Ego offered me to stay. Obviously, he wanted me to be involved in some way, shape, or form, which I'm very glad to for Paul for the offer, and I will be doing it. So I believe I'll be doing it with either Revan or Golden Boy on either day. I'm not sure exactly. Obviously, I'm not really that much of a play-by-play guy. My speech isn't probably not good enough to do play-by-play and talk about everything at the same time. So mainly, I asked Paul if I could get someone who can do play-by-play with me, and I'll just be like the insightful person next to him, the pro player with experience that can talk about what's going on and make the viewers understand to the utmost possibility of what's going on. So that's pretty much what I'll be doing this weekend. I'll be tweeting out the stream and such whenever it starts. I hope you guys can join us, and if you're not competing, watch them teams play. You can obviously learn a lot of things about the game if you're trying to get into competitive play. That's a big thing for as a player, is understanding. I think that's how I got to my level today, to be honest, is just watching and understanding the game. Pretty much like anybody in sports starts out, it's pretty much by just watching the best people do it and try and somewhat copy their game and play, take the good parts out of their game and obviously implement them into their own. So watching is always a good thing. Obviously, I'll be able to hopefully teach you guys a few things throughout the stream. About the few game types that they'll be playing, and the rules obviously are a bit different in league play at this point. UAVs and such are banned. I won't go really in depth into that, but it should be a really interesting tournament, to say the least. There's a lot of stories going on about a few teams, so it should be really fun to watch. So I strongly suggest you guys come by the stream this weekend and enjoy it as much as I do. So lastly but not least, my stream's been doing really good lately. I appreciate you guys very much if you are fan followers of my stream. I'll be streaming again in a few, probably about 30 minutes from now. Well, obviously not. By the time this video's up, it'll be, I always screw up with that. By the time this video will be up, I'll probably stream it already. So for those of you who aren't really into my stream yet or do not know about my stream, it's Twitch TV/Rambo. It's a pretty easy URL to remember. Mainly right now, I'm going for the diamond assault rifles, so obviously once I have those, I'll be posting a video on my channel showing you all the bling. There's 9 of them, so it's a bit longer, but I got pretty much 1/3 of it done yesterday. So yeah, that was pretty much it for today's vlog, guys. I'll hopefully be getting gameplay from this weekend from the tournament, from a few top teams. Hopefully I can get my hands on their gameplay and do some more videos like I did yesterday of highlighting, continue my cutoff series mainly, and do it from a high level of play perspective, and hopefully make you guys understand the good and wrongs of what they're doing. And that's about it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry I couldn't put gameplay on this. It's just kind of lacking right now since I just pretty much played pub all day yesterday. So Hope you guys understand. Like I said, comment in the video if you have any questions regarding anything or free agency in general would be the topic today. And yeah, as always, have a good day, guys. Peace.